What's up, YouTube? I'm back with another video. This week, well, basically it's like a weekly outlook video. I'm planning on doing this every Sunday. So basically what's happening, we're just gonna be analyzing like four pairs for the week. Well, it's like one indice and then gold, and then I think it's GJ and AU, like Australian dollar USD. And then yeah, so let's just get into it, right? So right now let's start with the Nas100, right? So with the Nas100, let's just start at the daily chart, so we can just analyze everything. Let me just clear on this entire chart. So basically it's in a downtrend. It failed to make a new higher high over here. Just to cement that it's in a downtrend. I'm really think it failed to make a new lower low, right? I'm thinking it's gonna make a pattern just like this one, but on a smaller scale, because if you go on the H4, let's just zoom in. Yeah, you will see that it failed to make a new high over here. Ultimately, what you call making a double bottom, a double top, I mean, right? If you really look at it like this, you understand me? So all is needed is like retest. You understand me? This is what I'm seeing, right, for the next week or week and a half, right? So yeah, so I would say if price were to break below this zone, the 12,500 zone, like a proper break close, I would be looking for sales, right? Because it is still a possibility that the market tests this zone and then starts moving bullish. You understand me? So I'm looking for a clean break, like a proper candle that breaks below this level in the market, because it tested 1, 2, 3 times. So I'm looking for a clean break, right? So this is, yeah, so if we really look at it, all we need is just a break of the zone, and then we can be selling, right? So I would ultimately wait for the break, because like sometimes Nasdaq has this thing of faking out and collecting orders. So I would literally wait for the break, so in order to sell. Don't put like sell stop orders, because it might just fake out on you, right? Okay, let's go to wait a minute, I'm just trying to see something. It would also fail to make a new high here. So if we use this high as a lower high, we can drag our fib. But then let's see if we drag our fib. Yeah, 618. Yeah, so dragging our fib, let me just drag our fib so that it's visible to the camera, I mean on screen. It doesn't want to drag. Oh my gosh, fuck. Okay, so dragging the fib, you can see that the market is failing to break above the 618 level, right? Let me just drag it a little bit more so you can see where the 618 level is. Oh my gosh, what the fuck, man, fuck it. So the 618 level is right here, right? And the 05, so this is the golden zone, so this is in the retracement, right? This is called the fib retracement, what I'm using, the tool that I'm using for confluence. It's not a tool you use to take trades. It's a true tool you use to build confluence. You build a story before you take a trade. You need at least 3 confluences to take a trade. Here I would say let me just name 3 confluences, right? I'm going the 4-hour chart. Okay, so the market is overall in a bearish momentum. Confluence number 1. Confluence number 2, it failed to break the previous higher high, right? Because if it's if it was the change was if the trend was changing, it would have made a new higher high, then came back to make a higher low, then a new higher high, because it has not. It has only made one higher high. I wouldn't really call this a higher high, but one higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. You understand me? Like, it has to be a proper retest, because this one could say this is a head and shoulders, right? If you really look at it, I don't really trade head and shoulders like that, but if you really look at it, one could say this is a head and shoulder pattern. You understand? Break, and it had to retest at around this zone to push it back up. It didn't. The market doesn't have to do anything, but it would be nice. You understand? It would be nice if it did that, but it didn't. So yeah, I'll definitely. Okay, so I'm at my second confluence, right? I keep on losing track. So the third confluence would be a clean break and retest. A clean, not even a retest. The retest you could literally just hold on for it, but I would really wait for a retest or a pullback, like exhaustion in the market for me to take a trade. So a clean break below this zone over here, it would be the third confluence. The fourth confluence would be a double top in a trending market, right? Check it out. Let me double top in a downtrend. So it shows that, okay, double top in a downtrend. In a downtrend means that the market will continue, or no, more likely than not, will continue in in the direction that it was going with all the time. And we also could say it's a retest of this broken zone over here. Just saw this right now. So let's just go to the H4. Hourly is too small. We can also say it's a retest of this zone because it's failing to break above that zone. It did retest, but it didn't make like a proper pull away and retest. Literally just broke, but I wouldn't really consider any of these candles a break because they're all small. You understand? It's not like a proper break. You understand me? So yeah, that's Nas100 for the week. Let's go to the next pattern. Pair. So let me cancel all of this. This is from last week, right? Okay, let's start at the H4. So GU, all in all, GU is going bearish, right? Because as you can see, let's just go to the daily chart and just check it out. It is bearish all in all. Failed to make a new higher high. If you really look at it properly, let me just zoom out a little bit. So this is a double bottom, as you can see in the daily chart. So it went up till this zone, so it failed to make a new higher high. So it's basically rejecting the double bottoms, a two-try failure in a trending market. So this is basically a continuation pattern to the downside, right? So what's happening down here, right, is basically what's happening here. This is just like a larger time frame. It just took longer, basically, what's happening down here, right? So I'm gonna explain it. So listen. So it's in a downtrend. It's going bearish. Let's go to the H4, right? Okay, so it failed to make a new higher high, right? Failed to break above this zone, the previous lower high of the downtrend, because this is a lower high, double top, lower high. I would have sold this, but I definitely would not have sold this here. I probably would have sold it to break on the zone. Targets around here, right? But that's not the point, right? So failed to make a new higher high. I would argue that this is a double top. Let me show you. This is in a smaller time frame, but you see. Let me just try to highlight it. Right, 1, 2, break, and I would say this is a retest, and then continuation down. Now let's go to the hourly chart so I can view it properly. So as you can see, I would argue that this is a double top, right? So it is a double top at a level of significance in the market, the resistance, right? So it resisted breaking that zone, and we also could say that this is a head and shoulders pattern, because I would also wait for the market to break this zone, clean break of this zone, and I'm selling. Potential targets. Let's see how much we are targeting. We're targeting. Ooh, fuck! I wouldn't target all that. Probably till here. I think it's gonna move till here, like this week. So 140 pips, 148 pips. 148 pip move. That's really cool. Nah, let's just calculate it from the break, because now we're calculating from where it's at in the market, and we're not gonna sell at market open. So say it breaks and closes our H4 around here, right? So retest whatever. Let's see how much the retest would be. Probably a 30 pip retest. If we're in drawdown, this is probably the retest. But till targets are hit at probably 100 pips, 110 pips. 110 pip move, you understand me? That's what we're looking at. But I don't really swing trade, so yeah, we'll just see what the the upcoming week has for us, so probably just mark up my level over here, and then GU, I'm waiting for a clean break, and we are selling. So basically, let's build our confluences. Confluence number 1 is in a downtrend. Confluence number 2, failing to make a new higher high, creating a 2-try pattern in the continuation market. Confluence number 4, it's a head and shoulder pattern. Let me also just highlight it for everybody who can't see the head and shoulder pattern. Shoulder, head, shoulder, retest, whatever. Yeah, I hope everybody can see this, right? Head and shoulder pattern in a trending market, right? So if it breaks that support zone, we are definitely looking for sales, because it already failed to make a new a higher high, failed to break the previous lower high. So yeah, we're literally just looking at, it's clean, man. It's a clean setup, nothing can really say otherwise. So let's see it. Let's look at AU. Let's cancel everything. So let's start here. So AU overall, let's just go to the daily chart. AU overall is in a downtrend. I don't really like how it is right now, but overall it's in a downtrend, because it has not made any new higher highs. This is just, I would really take this as a retest. I mean, as an exhaustion, push exhaustion. So why would you say that, bro? Okay, just look at it. Yeah. Let me just pull it some more, so it just makes sense. So it's at the from the previous. Let's go to the daily chart so you can see properly. From the previous lower high to the current lower low, it's an exhaustion, right? You could argue that this is a double bottom exhaustion, right? But it's failing to make a new high. It's failing to break the double bottom to make it like a complete double bottom, if I might say. Because the double bottom at the bottom of the market, it has to be broken, then retested for us to consider that the market is changing direction. At this point, the fact that the market closed like this, with such a crazy bearish candle, I'm not really confident in it, right? So let me just remove the fib. I'm not really confident in it. I'm just like, hell no, dog. You feel me? Not really comfortable in this trade, but whatever. So failed to make a new higher high, right? Since all this is basically like, we know why I keep on saying lower high, because all this is basically like, let me just do this. It's basically, 1, 2. It's basically an uptrend, but then the uptrend is an exhaustion, if you understand what I'm saying. It's an exhaustion. So I wouldn't really, I don't really think it's still going to continue up, especially the fact that it rejected like this. It could retest this zone and then continue up, because what I am seeing also is this. I missed this opportunity. I was looking at it during the week. So here it failed to make a new, it's a double top in the trending market, right? Two try failure, I like calling it, right? If you go to the H1 chart, you'll see, let me just zoom out a little bit so you can see properly, it, this is what a true try failure looks like. Let me just show you guys here, and goes up, goes back down, then fails to break this zone, and then moves up. This is what I call a two try failure, right? Because it tried once and twice to break the support zone, but then failed, right? So it's called a two try failure. That's what I call it. So basically, it failed to break the zone twice, right? And then it create, here are the two tops, two bottoms that I just show you. Two try failure in the trending market, double top, two try failure in the trending market, right? So I would have bought this, I just missed it because I was already in an AU trade. I think it was a Friday, if I'm not mistaken. No, it was not Friday when it moved. Yeah, man, it should have been Friday or Thursday, something like, yeah, it's Thursday. Yeah. So fail, I couldn't catch it, because really, honestly speaking, I was targeting these highs. I wasn't really confident. I don't like buying or into support or anything or resistance, right? So I was just like, when I had looked at the chart, it was already here. So I was like, I'm not really gonna go in the market right now because I'm gonna go in for like a 30 pip move. The risk to reward ratio wasn't really making sense. So I was like, nah, let me lose it. So right now, since it's failing to make a new higher high, right, might retest the zone and go back up, but I highly doubt it, right? I would honestly go to the lower time frame. Let's go to the lower time frame, right? I would honestly look for the market to make a proper higher low. You understand? If the market makes a proper higher low, I'm happy. I'd enter because right now it's a double top retest. Two try failure in a trend, in a downtrend. As you can see, it's basically inverse. Two try failure in a downtrend market is like this. It's a continuation pattern. I call it continuation pattern. It's not a reversal pattern. Right? Let's just do this for me to explain properly, and then so this is this. Let me just zoom in so that everybody can see properly. Yes, sir. Right, let me just do this so that everybody can just, yeah, so it's in frame. Right, so look, you see this leg over here, 1 2 3 4, right? 1 2 3 4, and then you move down. So it's basically inverse of the two try failure in the uptrend market. It's two try failure in the downtrend market. It's basically just like inverse, just like there's a head and shoulder and there's an inverse head and shoulder. Basically that's what it is, right? So let's just look. So I would look for like a proper one, and like you can't really say that this is proper because this could be just an exhaustion to continue going up. So I'd look for a proper exhaustion, like a retracement, then a sell. You understand? I don't know. Thing is, I don't know where to. You understand me? It's either, I don't know, man. Like it needs to, like, I don't know, bro. I really am not. I'm not really sure about EU, but I would look for like a proper exhaustion, like I don't know. Or a break of this zone. It's either proper exhaustion or a break of the zone. Break, retest, continuation down. I understand, but how many pips am I missing out on? This move is probably gonna happen on Friday or Thursday, man. Like, let's see how many. Oh, come on, man. 60 pips. Hell no. It's probably gonna happen on Friday. I wouldn't really shortlist it like our previous two, but probably gonna happen Friday, and they're probably gonna really cash in on it next week if it happens. But I'm not really 100% sure about this. We'll see how it plays out this week. Probably midweek, make another video on Wednesday about it. Yeah, I'm not really sure about it right now though. So gold, let me just cancel everything on gold. Yes, sir. So gold is in a downtrend, man. Shit, all of the things are in a downtrend. It's crazy. Never really thought about it until now. Go to H4. Okay, so in H4, what's happening here is basically what's happening here. Remember, the market repeats itself. You know, you gotta remember the market repeats itself. So what's happening here is what's happening here. Look at it, right? I'm just going to make an example. Came down 1, 2, 3, 4, broke. I'd say this is a break, you know, but I really just want the more clear one. Retest, right? And then continuation, right? So what did it do? Failed to, it was a double bottom, 2 try failure in a bearish market. Because look at this, what's my triangle, dude? Failed to make a new higher high with a double top. Because if we really zoom in, I want you guys to really like just understand what I'm talking about. If we zoom in here, look, 1, 2, break, retest the zone. It retested the zone of the double top and the previous neckline of the double bottom failure. You understand me? So went down. You can see another one here. Went down. It's basically doing the same thing over here. Because look, this is an exhaustion, right? Failing to make a new higher high. Let's just put our resistance zone there, right? Failing to make a new higher high. Alright, so we could argue that this is a 1, 2 true try failure in a trending market. It's failing to make a new higher high, and it's also creating like a double bottom. You understand me? This is a double bottom in a trending market. So I would say it's failing to make a new higher high. You know, it basically should have rejected here, but it rejected there. Same difference, man. No one really gives a fuck. You understand me? So how many pips? Let's just put the pips till here. 19, 20 pips. Okay, 20 pip move, man. Nothing crazy, bro. 20 pip move. Cause you know what the nice thing about gold is? All this could happen tomorrow. It's the same thing about Nasdaq. You understand me? Oh, let's just check how far it is to the overall target. 65 pips. Shit, 65 pip move, man. It's crazy, man. On gold, you know, the pip value different. So you're probably making like, you know, different. Your check is probably different. Let's just go to the lower time frame. Yeah, man, look at it, bro. It's literally what I've been explaining the entire video. So let's go to minute 30. Right, made a double top at the resistance zone. Made it. Come on, man. Let's go to minute 15. Let me just show you. Right, it retested the double top that it formed with a 2 try failure in a trending market. Remember, this is a double top. This is the neckline. Let me delete this so that it's more visible. Let me delete the overalls. Right, let me just do this neckline. Right, so this is a. Let me just do this. 1, 2, break, retest, continuation. Right, you see it, double top, right? So it broke and then made a what? 1, 2, a 2 try failure. You understand me? Continuation pattern, right? Retested it with a 2 try failure, continuation pattern at the overall resistance, right? At the overall resistance. You understand me? So this would be like a great trade. You understand me? We caught it there, but then let's go to market open. Let's see what we would do at market open, right? So it's overall in a downtrend right now. I feel like it's still in the move. I'd really wait for a nice level like this, you know, clean break and retest on this level. I would sell. You understand me? So yeah, clean break and retest on that level, I would definitely sell. Oh shit, wait a minute, let's go to minute 15. It's failing, you know. If it fails, if it opens with a large candle that's failing to make a new high above here or whatever, I would definitely sell. Nice clean bearish candle, I would sell like this. You know, maybe let's just say the candle closes here, You know, it has to be an engulfing candle. It has to be nice and clean, bro. It has to close at least below this zone, right? So let's just do this. Yeah, potentially, let me just put my targets just above the support. So a 1 to 2. Nice 1 to 2 risk to reward ratio. How many pips are we getting? Come on, man. Where are the pips at? 52 pips. 529. 52 pips, bro. Hell nah. Can't be 52 pips. Let me check. From here till here is 5 pip move. Cool 5 pip move, man, for market open. That's cool, you know. So basically that's it, man. You know, that's the weekly outlook video. Thanks everybody. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Yeah, let's run up the numbers, man. Thank you to everybody that's watched to the here.